The other day, I was watching a video about the Oscars, this award that is given to actors, actresses for their performance in different movies. And as the camera was pointing at the audience, I recognized some of those actors, and I remember seeing those same actors in other videos or in news where they were sharing time together in barbecues or Christmas together or birthdays or weddings, you name it. After the movie is over, I mean, they continue with their lives. So far, I have not seen an actor pointing at another one saying, hey, since you cheated on me in that movie, I had to go to therapy, right? And I've been depressed since then. Or pointing at the other one and saying, hey, since you tried to kill me in this other movie, you know, I've been traumatized. I have to take pills in order to go to sleep. It doesn't happen. And why is it that it doesn't happen? Because they know they're actors, they know they're just playing roles, and they know this is a script. So why would you get upset about that when it's just an illusion, right? Why am I saying this? I'm going to share a session that I had, talk about a session that I had with a client. And let me start by saying that it's difficult to forgive those people that hurt us, right? Especially if those that hurt us are the ones that we love the most, or are the ones that are supposed to love us the most. Especially when we're in a situation of vulnerability. In this case, I'm talking about our parents. This lady, when she came for a session and started talking to me about her childhood, she told me how difficult it was because her mother was disconnected from her. She was very judgmental, very strict, and that she even had a preference for the other siblings, not for her, over her. And then she continued telling me about what's happening in her life now, the issues with her own daughter. And without even realizing, she was basically telling me that she was repeating the mother's pattern. Let's put it that way. Anyway, when we started the session, she visited a few events, and one of those events was the moment where the mother passed away. When somebody's in a trance, they're back at that moment. Time doesn't exist. The time of the soul is now. It's the now. So she was there and she was crying, apologizing to the mother for not being there as she was dying. The mother started communicating with her and gave her a loving message full of compassion and understanding, telling her how much she loved her, how special she was. You need to live your life and let go of the anger and resentment. And she even gave her advice on how to deal with her daughter. She said, you're too strict. You need to talk less and hug more, right? Like saying, give more love to your daughter. She said, you need to understand where she's coming from. The session was over, and a few days later, she contacted me saying how happy she was feeling. She was very light, and even changes at the physical level had taken place. But then she said, Antonio, I watched my session and I'm still trying to make sense of what happened that day. And what she said is not correct, and I'm going to correct it after I say it. She said, I understand that you take me to different events and you work with my brain so that I say the things I wished they would have said to me in order to overcome those issues. And then she said, but what I don't understand is why is it that I would tell myself, talking about the communication with the mother, why I would tell myself to talk less and hug more when I enjoy talking. I talk too much. Another thing is that I used words that are not part of my vocabulary. Why would I do that? And I said, well, let me tell you. Number one, I didn't take you to any events. Your soul chose where to go. Number two, I am not working with your brain. I am working with your soul. And that communication that you had with your mother was a real communication. This is what your mother was telling you. Anybody in trance can become a potential medium where this type of communication takes place. And I share a couple of links with her of other sessions I had where the same thing happened. And she was very impressed about it. Why am I sharing this session? What is the message I'm trying to share with this video? Of course, why the change in the attitude of the mother? Why the change in the message and the words that she would use, or the things that she would say to her daughter? The fact that her movie was over. She disincarnated. She understood that she's just an actress that was playing a role, the role of a mother of my client in that movie, the movie of my client's life. And from out of that movie, she's trying to encourage her to let go of anger. Why would you get upset if this is just basically a script? This is just for your own learning. Just let go of anger and resentment. It is the understanding, the same way I was talking about the actors. It is the understanding what is going to make the difference. So why wait until we disincarnate to get this understanding? And why don't we understand it now? We have had many lives together. I mean, many lives before, and we play different roles, and we might have some of those actors present in this life, and some of those might be present in future lives, playing different roles, and those people are placed in our path, in our lives, in our movies, in order to help us. This is for our own evolution. So have this understanding now, and I'm not saying that it's going to avoid the suffering, but having the understanding is going to allow you to process the suffering from the frequency of love, and it's going to help you evolve. So that is my message for you today. I hope you found this information useful, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday with me. It'll be until next time. Thank you, and bye.